Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, July 11th, 2019. Fire potential impacts for the next couple of days include continued hot temperatures and low relative humidities with curing fuels across much of the geographic area. We are going to see some thunderstorms move up into mainly central and southern Utah today, and then spreading a little bit further north tomorrow, and then continuing on Saturday as well. The thunderstorms will start on the dry side for today and tomorrow, but may have a better chance of producing some precipitation by Saturday. The past 24 hours were sunny, hot, and dry. Fire activity continues to be somewhat minimal with light initial attack. ERCs continue to rise across the geographic area under this hot, dry, high-pressure system. We expect to see those values continue to increase over much of the area through the weekend, although by Saturday into Sunday, some of the storms may produce some precipitation, which could cause ERCs to decrease just a bit. Across the south, which is where we have our highest ERCs, we're seeing those values cross the threshold of normal for the time of year. Typically for the time of year across the south, those values are decreasing as the monsoon normally sets in by now. But we could see these values still continue to increase as we're not expecting a long duration significant moisture surge right now. The satellite imagery for this morning is showing the large high pressure system over the Four Corners area. That's what's giving us these hot and dry conditions right now and for the past couple of days, and which is also going to allow moisture to move up into mainly Utah and Idaho over the next few days. For today, we'll begin to see a little bit of moisture moving up along the higher elevations of Utah, contributing to some isolated, mainly dry thunderstorms over southwest Utah. We have high risk issued for those dry thunderstorms there. Relative humidities are going to be fairly low across much of the area, really kind of moving into the single digits across far south Nevada and southern Utah. The image on the right shows the aerial coverage of where we might see some of those thunderstorms for this afternoon. More thunderstorms will continue on Friday as moisture continues to move up into the Great Basin. We're still not looking for deep moisture by Friday, but a continuation of isolated, generally dry with some mixed wet-dry thunderstorms moving up into the geographic area. And so we have issued high risk once again for southern Utah. The relative humidities come up just a bit by Friday over the higher elevations, but remain low across the low elevations. And looking for thunderstorms in generally the same areas on Friday, mostly Utah, and then kind of pushing into far eastern Nevada as well, possibly. On Saturday, more of the same is expected, although those storms, because it's day 3, the atmosphere will have moistened up just a bit to possibly allow some of these storms to produce a little bit more in the way of precipitation. And we'll see some thunderstorm coverage increase over Idaho as well. We may see winds pick up along the Sierra Front on Saturday afternoon as well, and continuation of thunderstorms in those same general areas, Utah, western Wyoming, and the mountains of Idaho on Saturday. The 3-day precipitation accumulations are shown here. This is mostly going to be by Saturday when we expect to see some of those storms possibly producing a little bit more precipitation and increased coverage over Idaho and Wyoming. On Sunday, we'll still see some lingering thunderstorms, although it will be mainly limited to central and eastern Utah, with some drying occurring elsewhere. And then by Monday and into the middle of next week, we're going to be under that southwest flow as the ridge moves off to the east and all the moisture moves with it. So we'll be drying out pretty quickly by the first of next week under a dry southwest flow. We may see our winds pick up across the geographic during that time frame as well. So the 7-day totals look pretty much the same as the 3-day totals, as most of the precip's coming over the weekend. The extended forecast from the Climate Prediction Center for July 18th through the 24th, still calling for below normal precipitation across the geographic area and above normal temperatures for Utah and Nevada, and possibly some below normal temperatures over Idaho. We're beginning to see an above normal precipitation signal there across the southwest. We'll just have to wait and see how much or when that deeper moisture will move up into the Great Basin. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.